It's a Wednesday afternoon in Bloomfield, New Jersey. Most 18-year-olds have a night of schoolwork ahead of them, but Scotty Spina is on his way to meet a client. He has to tend to his sneaker-selling company, Scotty Kicks, a business that he started when he was 15 and needed a new pair of sneakers.
I didn't even know what a Jordan 4, Jordan 5, Jordan 6, I don't even know the number of what a Jordan was then. That day, I asked my mom, "Mom, can I have $160? I want to go buy a pair of shoes." She's like, "What? $160? I'm like, "Please." So she gave it to me. We went to the mall with my friends, the Foot Locker, and we stood in line for hours. Finally got a chance to buy my first pair of shoes, like first pair of Jordans that I would wear. And I saw other people walking out with 3, 4 pairs, so I asked my friend, like, what are those people doing buying so many pairs? And they're saying, he told me that they're going to resell them and sell them for more of a profit. So that just like triggered something in my head to like, oh wow, you can actually make money by doing this. All you just need is money to start. So I would buy one pair, sell one pair, buy one pair, sell one pair until I had enough to buy 2 pairs.
In 2012, 15-year-old Scotty turned to Craigslist to sell shoes, but he wanted to reach a pool of customers beyond the New Jersey area. So he started an Instagram to advertise for his business, which now has upwards of 50,000 followers. But customers would have to contact Scotty personally and arrange to pick up shoes. In March 2015, he launched ScottyKicks.com, from which people can make direct purchases. His experience entering high school inspired him to start his own business.
I went to a new private school. I was with none of my friends besides one, and it just wasn't the right fit for me. And I got held back because I didn't apply myself to anything. So everyone was saying, like, oh, Scotty got held back, Scotty did this, he's not going to become anything, he's not going to become successful. That's what just made me want to turn this hobby into a business.
His business model isn't much different from what it was when he started at 15 years old. Brands like Nike have set release dates for new models and sell only a number of pairs. Scotty purchases limited edition models immediately upon release and resells them for a profit. Certain ones designed by celebrities, like the Adidas Yeezy by Kanye West, are in such demand they sell out immediately. Scotty's reputation for having the hottest in stock granted him the nickname the Sneaker Connector from other sellers. Sneakers usually sell between $200 and $400 depending on the type and popularity of the shoe, but limited editions can sell for up to $2,500.
And one day, Brandon Jacobs, who was the running back of the New York Giants 2 years ago, reached out to me through a message saying, "Hey Scotty, I like them sneakers. What do I need to do to get them?" And I remember I was in the post office at that time going to ship out shoes, and I called up my mom who was waiting in the car. I'm like, "Mom, Brandon Jacobs from the New York Giants just messaged me. Like, he wants sneakers." The next day, I get home from school, and he calls me on speakerphone. He's like, "Scotty, I'm here in the locker room. I have the whole team here. You're on speakerphone. No one believes how old you are." So I told him how old I was, and he said, "Is it okay that I pass your number around to a couple of guys?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure, definitely." So the next 2 weeks I had everybody in the New York Giants, and the Giants and Jets are like my favorite team, so everyone from the Giants was calling me. I remember I was in math class, and I get a call from Jason Pierre-Paul. He's like, "What's up? This is Scotty. This is JPP from the New York Giants." And I'm like, "Oh, wow, really?" I'm like, I can't believe, like, Jason Pierre-Paul, I wore his jersey, like, every Sunday.
Word of mouth in the NFL helped Scotty rise to sneaker stardom. It wasn't long before people in the entertainment business had heard about Scotty.
Hey yo, shout out to ScottyKicks.com. Special delivery right here. You know I get some of my kicks from Scotty Kicks. Get your kicks from Scotty Kicks.
Anything you need, we got you. Go check out my man's album dropping in the stores Friday.
Another one.
French Montana's assistant contacted him via Instagram. Soon, rappers like Rick Ross and Fetty Wap were also clients. His success in business is not surprising to the people who have known him the longest. His family says his knack for selling is nothing new.
When Scotty was about 12 years old, he was nagging me for season tickets to the Nets. And I told him, absolutely not, I'm not going to do it. So he made up a whole PowerPoint presentation, and in the meantime, he called the Nets. He spoke to the account manager, who put him in touch with an account executive of ticket sales, and Scott negotiated a whole season ticket plan. Finally, at the end, we said, okay, well, we may think about it and just get back to you. And of course, Scotty was persistent, so the gentleman asked us, he said, you have to speak it over with your husband? I said, no. I said, you were speaking to my son. He said, I was speaking to him, and he was in shock that he spoke to a 12-year-old who negotiated the whole plan.
Scotty is pretty much a one-man band, but since they began dating almost 2 years ago, his girlfriend plays a big part in managing business clients and members of the press.
It'll be like a regular night, and I'll get out of work and Scotty will call me and he'll be like, oh, we're going to meet so-and-so, and I'm just so used to it now because there's always like a new person that he's meeting, and I'm just like, all right, let's go. And I just, it's like a normal thing for him. It's like an everyday thing now.
Between celeb meetups, Scotty is a senior at Bloomfield High. Through the school's internship program, he leaves daily at noon to run Scotty Kicks.
All right, so Scott is extremely persuasive. He always seems to be able to get what he wants out of whatever the quest is that he's on. He's so persuasive that I tell him he could sell swampland to Eskimos.
But Scotty's success often confuses people. His young age makes some people question the legitimacy of his business.
I told my dad a little bit about him. I don't think he really knew what to expect. So Scotty pulls up, nice car, nice clothes, and my dad's just looking at me, and I remember after he'd met Scotty later that night, he was like, so you're dating a drug dealer now? This is great. Great, Jack. And I was like, Dad, seriously, like, it's shoes. Like, he's selling shoes. And my dad didn't believe me. I think he didn't believe me for the first few months.
Scotty is currently finishing up his senior year and continuing with his business as usual.
Yeah, people once thought I would never become something. People thought that I could never get back from when I stayed back from in school. And now I look back at it, I put so much work and time and everything into it just to show people that yes, I could do something. That it proved to myself that if you put your mind to something and you're serious about it, you can basically do anything you want in this world, I think.